It's Monday, Motivation Monday. I like to call this Money Monday. And here we go. So, start to a new week. We got lots of opportunities ahead of us. Sent out an email this morning to everybody. Talked about nobody has it all figured out. Nobody. I don't care who you are and what you do. There is not one person in the world that has this all figured out. What I do know is that being organized, taking the action, doing the right things at the right time is what's critical to move you personally forward and your business forward. So what are some of those things that you can do? Number one, if you haven't already looked at your week and got it organized, first step, make sure your schedule is tight. Everything that you need to do, you wrote down your list of things this week, make sure that it's placed in your schedule. Because here's what I know. When we put it in a calendar and it's in the schedule, it actually gets done. If it's not in the calendar and not in your schedule, chances of it happening are slim to none. So that includes your workouts, your eating. I figured out I need to eat 150 grams of protein. So I need to make sure that I have enough protein so that I could eat 150 grams of protein a day, which I don't think I've been doing. I'm pretty sure I haven't. But that is part of the whole planning part. Right? So we want to get the week started off great. So if you hadn't already planned it, go ahead and get a plan, get it in your schedule. And then what's some of the things that you can do to have a great, fantastic week? Number one, the most important thing is what happens from here to here is our mind. It's our mindset, what we consume, what we put in here. My feed is full of lots of stuff on Facebook this morning, and I'm going to choose to not pay attention to it at the moment because I made a commitment to get certain things done here, and I am not going to fall into the rabbit hole of that. You could easily fall into the rabbit hole of that. So think about it as what do you want? What is it that you're looking to do? What are your goals? A lot of times we shoot right past them, right past what our goals are. And when we do that, it doesn't create anything positive. What happens is we get overwhelmed, and when we're in fear and overwhelmed, nothing happens. So focus on the day, focus on micro commitments. What can you do today to move the needle forward? What can happen today that if you continue to do it will over time be life-changing? And people think that these great big things happen and all of a sudden life changes. No, it's little things that you do over time that actually make the greatest impact on your life. And nothing happens overnight. As they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. All roads do lead back to Rome, though. I was thinking about Rome because there is a 25th Jubilee next year for Catholics, and that's a pilgrimage, and that's a year where you can have sins forgiven. And why do I even talk about any of this? Because it is all part of the bigger picture. Right? All these different things that are in our life are part of a bigger picture. When we're walking into a room, most of the time people are like, oh, I'm here, instead of being like, oh, you're there. I heard that message this morning. It was interesting to me. The lens that we look at is through our own life and not the lens of other people's lives. So what can you do to impact other people? What will you bring to impact somebody else this week? What can you do to make somebody's life better, to change their possible trajectory? What is it that you can do? Because we all can do something to make somebody's life a little bit better. And What is it that you will do? And when we give to more people in return, we have good things happen for us. So think about some things that you can do, acts of kindness that'll help somebody else. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a stranger. It doesn't always have to be a stranger. It could be somebody that's already in your life. What can you do to put a smile on their face? How can you impact somebody else's life? And when you start impacting more people's lives, you in turn, your life will be impacted. So it's a little bit selfish, right? Because we get the benefit of it. But how many people can you impact this week? I ask you that question. How many people can be impacted? Because that, my friends, that is where the magic happens. How many people can you impact? And what are you going to do to impact them? And it could be something so simple, so simple. It could be paying for somebody's coffee in line before you. It could be listening to somebody. It could be supporting somebody. Can be going out of your way to stop and say hello to somebody. But what can you do to impact somebody this week? Who can you impact? Just think about one person you can impact and then go and do it. So we have a great opportunity this week to help somebody else out. Let's go ahead and go ahead and help somebody else out. Looking forward to having a great week, everybody. And I will see you later today. Have a good week. Have a great day.